Hey viewers, welcome to Real Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and I wish you all a very, very happy Durga Puja, Ashtami, Navami, and happy Dashera to one and all. May Goddess Durga bless us with all the happiness and peace across the globe. Let's pray together. And we do have a beautiful week because we have festivals and yes, there is a lunar eclipse also, which is going to be taking place on the 28th, 29th. So we all have to be a little extra cautious during the eclipses time. I'll be explaining what exactly is the upcoming week, that is 43rd week of the year 2023 going to be taking us at. So this is from the 23rd of October till the 29th of October. And this is based on the moon's interaction with all the other planets. Moon sometimes transits through the particular zone and takes, like in a week, 4 signs or sometimes 3 signs. So it is about 2 quarter days, moon stays in a particular zone. So sometimes I will be sharing with you my insights on moon's ingress in a particular zone, which is going to take a little longer and will be stretching up to the next week. So this week also moon is going to be stretching up to 30th of October. So I will be telling you about the last sign where moon will be ingressing, and I'll be sharing my insights on the same. And I'll be sharing in the latter segment 12 sign predictions as well. Apologies, I have a very bad throat. If you can't understand, if you can't hear me clear, please bear with me because this is something I can't help it. I'm trying hard. I'm having a lot of liquids, which is like, warm liquids and all to keep myself, going. But yes, I'm trying my best to recoup and recover and be fine and be able to be audible in front of my audience. So let's start with the predictive and a little bit about the summary on the transit positions also. So let me share with you the presentation that is the North Indian and the South Indian chart, and I will be sharing with you the moon's interaction. See, first of all, I would like to tell you that there are eclipses. There's two eclipses. The set of eclipses is like, one solar eclipse, and then comes the lunar eclipse. So we have a partial lunar eclipse, which is going to be taking place on the 28th of October. And I'll be sharing with you the time also. It is going to be visible in Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, North America, and much of South America, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Ocean, Arctic, Antarctica. So this is what is the map looking like. And if you ask me the cities, it is going to be visible in India also. And it is going to be in Singapore, and we have in Amsterdam, Tokyo, Japan, Moscow, and we do have it in New Delhi, Kolkata, and Lagos, Rome, Berlin, Madrid, Lisbon, Manila, Dhaka, Bangladesh, Athens, Paris. So all these are the cities which will be experiencing and witnessing this lunar eclipse. Solar eclipse was visible only in a few places, but this one is visible in quite a lot of places. So we all will be experiencing the results of the lunar eclipse. And we have this eclipse starting on the 28th of October, 1801 UTC, and India 2331 on the 28th of October. And it stretches all the way till the 3:56 a.m. on the 29th of October. And UTC 2226, 28th October itself. So these are the timings. And what exactly are the eclipses? Basically, eclipses are new beginnings, actually. They show us the light, basically. Whatever is dark, then we come out of it and we rise, we learn, we experience some negatives, and then we learn our lessons and we move further on. The eclipses are reminder calls, basically, that yes, we are missing out on something in our lives, emotionally, physically, mentally, the confidence levels. And these eclipses, if you are having a lot of airs, like too much of ego clashes, emotional combats that you're going through, these eclipses are reminder calls that wake up. You have to give up on your ego. Don't fall prey to the ego. Okay. So that is why the eclipse, the luminaries. Moon is going to be transiting the sign of Capricorn on the 23rd, which I've covered in the previous video. This moon will be transiting through the Aquarius sign on the 24th, 25th, and will be in Aquarius with Saturn and will be opposite Venus. Will be in trine to Ketu, Sun, Mercury, and Mars. When it moves into Pisces, this moon is going to be hemmed between two malefics. Let me show this. Moon is going to be firstly in the Capricorn sign, which I covered last week, as I said. Then moon will be with Saturn and will be in trine to all the planets here, Sun, Mercury, Mars, Ketu, and will be opposite Venus as well, conjunct Saturn. And when moon moves into the Pisces sign, it's going to be hemmed between Rahu, because Rahu is moving backwards and Saturn is in the previous sign. So this is also leading to some kind of problematic phase that we are heading to. Then we have this moon transiting through the Aries sign, and we have the eclipse, which is happening here. So this eclipse is in the sign of Aries, right opposite Sun. Whenever Sun and Moon are opposite, we have a full moon, we have a lunar eclipse. And whenever Sun and Moon are together in a particular zone, that is a solar eclipse, because Moon comes in between Sun and Earth. That's why we don't see the Sun clearly. Also, we have Moon transiting through Ashwini when this eclipse is happening. So again, this is a Ketu's nakshatra. So we all have to be spiritually more enlightened, more inclined during this time. This is a reminder call. Go back and finish whatever you started. Just see whatever you started. It's the time that you must finish it now. So this eclipse is in Aries sign. That means there's a new beginning waiting for you. So you must actually take it all very seriously and pray for everybody and the peace on the planet Earth, because we all are going through something. If there are some long-term plans, some short-term plans also, you should actually be jumping and diving deep into it. And you should actually, you should actually control, or I would not say control, but take care of the hot-headedness, the temperament that you're experiencing. Too much of bad temperament you are experiencing during this time. So take care of all of that. And also the energy levels are pretty much on the higher side. So it can be towards aggression more. So the best thing is to go for some activities like hiking, biking, swimming, running. We should do certain activities which give us a vent. Whenever moon is afflicted, or whenever moon is in the Aries sign, especially, it's a sign ruled by Mars, and Mars is looking here as well. As you can see, when the eclipse is happening, all the planets are right opposite this moon: Mars, Mercury, Ketu, Sun. So there is a lot of energy here. So we must be very cautious about our mood swings, about aggression, and how we can channel the energies also when moon is transiting through the Aries sign. Okay. We will be having this moon transit through to start with the Capricorn sign also. And Capricorn is a sign of practicality, basically. You have to focus on your career, on your ambition, your practical approach. When moon is in the Capricorn sign on the 23rd, it's going to be in the Kendra to all the planets also. So this might bring about too much of emotional bent of mind towards your work also. Your feelings will be too much towards completing everything, getting that kind of recognition also. And this will give you too much of energy towards working through your environment. You might just change your environment. You might just understand your people around you also, and might be giving you some, good relationship with them also for that reason. When moon is in Aquarius, this is with Saturn. It's right opposite Venus, in trying to so many planets. So can you see Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and Aries. These are all the signs which are actually very, very heavily populated with the planets or the aspects. So there is a lot of energy in these signs. So you have to figure out what kind of belief system you follow, new ideas, cultures you follow. You must actually be focusing more on uplifting yourself and using these energies during this time, rather than just having a gloomy attitude and just sitting and thinking and brooding. It's a festival time also. Go take darshan, witness goddess Durga, go to the pandals. Like I went and I prayed for everybody. So we must actually do the puja with, if at all you are in that part of the world where you can. Otherwise, you can definitely pray for anybody, anytime, from anywhere. So this is the time when you should be doing all of that. Don't feel trapped. Don't feel that the energies are pretty much stuck. Things will start moving. Don't worry. This is just a phase for everybody. And your humanitarian efforts, your thought process is definitely going to bring the change. So let's be humanitarian. Let's put that effort when moon is in the Aquarius sign, especially. Moon will be transiting through the Pisces sign, as I said, on the 26th and the 27th. 26th and the 27th. Moon is going to be hemmed between malefics. Moon feels quite claustrophobic here. So you might just be having issues to deal with in your, don't be too dreamy, because it's a Pisces sign after all when moon is transiting through. And you might just get involved in too much of spirituality also. You might just visit the religious place. As I said, this is a puja time, so you can do that also. 26th to 27th, of course, the festivities will be over, or this side, Navratris, etc. But still, you have that, inclination. You can visit even after the puja is over. And you will be drawn to some water bodies, music, dance, drama also. And they can be that you are too imaginative, or your sight is, in a way foggy. You can't see things clearly. That can also happen when moon is in the Pisces sign. But don't worry, things will get better. And in the Aries sign on the 28th till the 30th, this moon is going to be in the Aries sign, and it is the time to start. As I said, I started with Aries because there was an eclipse where I was discussing at that time. So eclipse is happening in your first house, in your Kalpurasha Kundli, the first sign. So it's going to be impacting everyone. So your thought process, your mental setup, your headaches, fevers, etc. You have to be cautious about all of that as well. All right. And don't be too emotional, overly emotional, and don't set too much limitations to yourself. Also explore what is not being explored. So this is what the week looks like, and that's the reason I always explain the beginning part. We have Sun Saturn exact trine on the 24th, because Sun and Saturn are in the trine to each other, and as you can see, this trine is very active. Saturn is going to be one by one in trine to all the other planets, and is also going to be impacting the Libra sign. So market, people on the whole, relationships might be having a little difficult time. So you have to be very serious about your relationships. You can't take things very easy or just casual. And also, on the worldwide level also, we all must come together. The unity that we really need right now, it is the time that we should be spending more time discussing things. And don't fall prey to the news, please. There is fear-mongering, wrong, false news, overly, expansive. Sometimes what happens, you are overblown, with the news. It's a tiny, miny thing, and it's just overblown too much. So you have to be careful what you hear, what you grasp. Don't fall prey to the fear-mongering, too much of false news also. There are rumors which are working, right? So we have to be careful about that as well. So let's start with the predictive. Mercury and Jupiter will be opposite each other at the same degrees on the 28th, I must tell you. So this is a good time for starting any new education, communication with people. Business plans also will work, okay? And if you can't hear me clear, can you just tell me? Because, I have, otherwise I can just leave the video. If at all you people can't understand. If you can understand, I'll go ahead. Okay. These are all live sessions. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine to go ahead. But if you guys feel that you are not able to understand the audio, what I'm talking, then I will abandon the video. Okay. So this is as per the ascendant, moon, and Dasha sign-wise predictions that I give always. And that's going to be, what is Dasha sign-wise prediction means that you are in a particular Dasha. All right. Everybody has a Dasha timeline. Okay. Thank you, Manjushri. You can hear me? Yeah. Thanks so much. I'll go ahead. So what exactly is happening when you look at the ascendant moon? It's a very common thing. You must have heard in every channel, on every channel, people use the ascendant, lagna, or the rashi, that is moon. So when you talk about dasha, that becomes more specific actually, that what is your state of mind? What is it that you're going through right now? So check where your dasha lord is. Suppose your dasha sign, dasha is of Venus, and Venus is in Gemini sign. Now, Venus is a long dasha, so you have to go to the Antar dasha also. And in Venus, you have to see Gemini. Make Gemini your first house. But if you are in the Antar dasha of Mercury, suppose, and Mercury is in the sign of Taurus, so make Taurus your first house. Okay. Taurus your first house and see where the planets are transiting through. And that is why you should actually not ignore the dasha-wise predictions. All right. So you have to make Taurus your first house and then see where the transits are. And most of my clients have agreed and they say and claim that this matches up. And if at all you're looking for consultations, the consultation for the January mid-month are open. You can write, drop in at VL Astrology 24@gmail.com. You will get all the details from my team. They will definitely get in touch with you. The discounts have been discontinued. We had the discounts for 1 month. So, and I have been announcing left, right, and center. But if at all you have missed out, then you have to wait for the next year for the festive discounts, please. So let's start with the predictive for Aries natives first. So for Aries natives, this week, moon is going to be transiting your 10th, 11th, 12th, and 1st houses. I've already covered 10th house, so please go back and hear the 10th house predictions in the previous weeklies. You will get to know what exactly does that mean. Now, after this, moon is going to be in your 11th house. So 11th house is the house of freedom, basically. You want to get your desires fulfilled. Now, moon is going to be conjunct Saturn. So there will be something that you will be, going out of the way for doing things. You cannot get them easy. It's not an easy breezy thing for you right now. And also, it's happening on the 24th, 25th. And there is an opposition of Venus also. So you will come across somebody, some friends. You might make somebody a friend. And you will come across some people who will be helping you out with the stuck up energy that you're experiencing also. Some influential people, siblings. You might just get somebody who is going to be streamlining things for you as well. So this is a very positive time for you in a way, because, you are going to be any which ways having this Mars looking at your first house. So Mars looking at your first house is giving you that courage, that strength also. And you are very expressive during this time as well. You're very innovative. You're looking for your individuality during this time as well. And if you want to work in a group, you want to be sociable, you want to work for the society, for the humanitarian causes, this is a beautiful week for you. You must do it, because you're going to be having the solar eclipse on your head. That is the first house. So you have to any which ways be careful about your spendings, your decision making. Do not and you can reconnect with your old friends. Maybe you will come across somebody who is going to be coming from the past. And also you will require somebody who is going to be supportive of you. You need that strength, you need that courage also. Do some work for the community, do something, give back. And if at all you have some hopes and dreams, So you will be getting that opportunity coming through as well. Venus is your second and the seventh lord, looking at this moon to start with, and then moon will be moving into your Pisces sign. So Venus exalts there. So it's a very good time for buying some clothes, new clothes, designer, or means, I mean, whatever you want to, enjoy with the aesthetics. So this will give you all of that as well. Travels will also be there during this week, especially on the 26th, 27th. Just be careful. Maybe, you can have some confusion on that, or maybe there can be too much of, too many dates that you have to decide from. So you are going to be little, anxious during this time. You're very imaginable. You're very dreamy during this time also, and maybe you will be visiting somebody in the hospital. So take care of all of that as well. Moon will be transiting your first house on the 28th, 29th, and the 30th afternoon. So this is going to be bringing about, because it's the first house energy, so this will bring about a lot of anxiety to you, emotions to you also, because we have a lunar eclipse there. So you have to be careful about whatever you do. Uh, you know, um, like if at all you feel that, you're not getting that emotional connect with people, so you have to be very cautious about your mental setup. You have to have that confidence when you're making decisions, when you're conversing with people. You don't have to be impulsive. You don't have to be overly sensitive. You feel that people are not having good relationship with you. It's your perspective. You have to change that now with this full moon and lunar eclipse happening in your first house. And also, as far as your progeny childbirth is concerned, this might just increase. The chances might increase. Venus is, as it is transiting your fifth house, and there's an exchange between Sun and Venus also, as I said in my previous video. So investments, of course, you can make investments. You can start some new business this week if you want to. Just leave aside the lunar eclipse date that is on the 28th, 29th, and 30th. Okay, so 28th is the eclipse, basically starting on the 28th and it ends on the 29th, early morning India time. So just take care. And you have Navami, Ashtami, Navami, Dashera. So just have a beautiful puja done at home, or just simply propitiate goddess, goddess Saraswati, goddess Durga, goddess Saraswati, and goddess Lakshmi. These are the three. First is the goddess Durga, then comes goddess Lakshmi, and then goddess Saraswati. The three, that is why they are 9 nights, 3, 3, 3 each. So worship all of them, and you will feel quite relieved, because Shiva Shakti, Shiv is also not complete without the Shakti. So you will definitely get that, that courage, that confidence, and that success by the blessings of her, okay, of goddess Durga. Somebody is asking me to share a remedy for the overseas job. See, you have to have the Dasha pattern, which is, first of all, if you have that commitment in your basic chart, if you want to have an overseas job, you have to have a 10th house connection with the 9th and the 12th house, first house, because first is the Lagnesh. So if you have that connection, definitely if the Dasha is of the first house, first lord, 10th lord, 9th and the 12th lords, they must form a connection. Only then, and there has to be an affliction on the 4th house to leave your country. 4th house is your homeland, your home. So when you leave the country, it means that 4th house affliction is required. So if it is so, then you will definitely travel. You will definitely go for work if it is the 10th house energy also. Sometimes what happens, 7th house is also, because it's a movable sign and it's a 7th house, other people. 6th and 7th house connection also brings about travels and work overseas. Okay, so somebody can write this in the comment section when on what timestamp was this when I explained about the overseas job. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. Okay, so for Taurus natives this week, moon is going to be ingressing it, or maybe transiting, we can say, your 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. I've already covered the 9th house energies, what it is going to be getting your Sat in the previous video. Please go back and watch that, the weeklies, previous weeklies. So when moon is going to be transiting your 10th house on the 24th and the 25th, now that's a very precarious kind of an energy, because Saturn is there. So you might be having some energies towards the people who are not supportive of you. There can be that you're very emotional about your work. You're not able to evaluate what exactly are the tasks that you have to complete. At the career front, you might feel a little detached. You might feel too um, restricted. You are not getting that kind of reciprocation, or we can say a green go from your bosses, seniors, co-workers. They are not supportive of you because Saturn is there, right? Saturn is retrograde also. So which means that you're not getting that kind of satisfaction here. When Moon and Saturn conjunction happens, so you have to mellow down yourself. You have to sit in silence rather than just, pushing things to happen. So it's not the week where you must actually, focus on doing things. You can have complications with the authorities also when Moon is transiting the 10th house. So be careful because Saturn is there. Venus is Digbala, though your Lagnesh is in a dignified position. So this will give you vehicle, purchasing of property, etc. So this is a good transit. Health issues, if you have been experiencing, you'll feel better. And also, it will give you some financial growth because Mercury is the lord of your 5th and the 6th house. So investment planning you can do, and starting off education plan also you can do this week, especially on the 26th, 27th. It's a very positive time. You may not be feeling little, you might feel little dissatisfied during this week, but don't worry, things are going to get little better by the mid of the week, as I said, and you will crave for that. So the craving for success will give you pave the way also. Okay, so you must be expressive. You must actually be expressive to yourself. What exactly do you want? So your want is directly proportionate to your effort. So the more the effort, the better you get. All right. So this is a very beautiful time to get sociable. Maybe you meet your friends. Maybe you go to, you get to meet a person from your past, or some good news coming your way also. Moon will be in your 12th house on the 28th, 29th, 30th, and you have a lunar eclipse also there. So there's a lot of emotional drama which takes place, because you're keeping yourself at bay. You're in isolation. You don't want to converse, or you don't want to talk to people. You're feeling very, very emotionally, detached. Suddenly, you will feel that, no, I have to come out of this zone. You don't want to be in that isolation any longer. And this will definitely be the time when you will get that support from the overseas people, some clients, or your guru. Maybe you will meet somebody who is going to guide you. So this is a very beautiful time. As far as your financials are concerned, Lord of the 2nd and the 11th is, forming a connection here. So it is going to give you elevation because they're right opposite each other. Though 11th Lord is retrograde. So here Jupiter is giving good results because it's moving backwards when it is retrograde. And Rahu is also going to be in your 11th house. So a lot of creativity, a lot of energy towards starting new things, new projects is coming through. Good for student natives also, if at all they are looking for an exam or anything, a competition. So they're going to be getting successful also. Saturn and Sun will be at the exact degrees in trying to each other. So that is the time one must be very careful. If you are at an authoritative position yourself, be careful about making decisions at that time. Carefully, you have to make decisions. There can be that they go back and forth. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. For Gemini natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 8th house, 9th house, 10th house, and 11th house. 8th house transit is on the 23rd, which I've already covered in the previous video. Please go back and watch the previous weeklies, and you will get to know what exactly I'm talking about. And Moon will be ingressing your 9th house on the 24th, 25th. It's going to be trying to so many planets, as you can see, Ketu, Sun, Mercury, and Mars, and it's going to be conjunct Saturn, going to be opposite mutually in aspect to Venus also. So this 9th house aspect is definitely going to be giving you some kind of changes now. You might be planning your travels. You're in that philosophical mind. Your mood is towards visiting religious places. Maybe your father's health you have to be taking care of. You feel like submersing yourself in writing, reading, This is the time for going in for some meditation. Good for health, though. But still, you have to be a little extra cautious about your mental setup because there's a lot of energy in the 5th and the 9th house this week. So this is not advisable that you take, pick up on somebody, unnecessary fights, unnecessary arguments, all of that you should avoid. Be a little more extra optimistic during this week. Health-wise, you have to also take care because we have a Ketu in the 5th house. So this might just bring about some health issues. New health issues might surface. Ketu is as it is in trine to Saturn. So there is a possibility of a new job coming through, or maybe the old job is ending. But surely Rahu moving into the 10th house will definitely give you a lot of relief as far as your financials is concerned, as far as your persona is concerned, name and fame is concerned. You'll be putting a lot of effort and you'll be getting the result also. All right. Don't get agitated on small things which you really don't, small things which really don't matter. All right. And this is definitely going to be a positive week when you have a moon, lunar eclipse ending, and then moon starts moving forward in the exaltation sign. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, So for Cancer natives, this week moon is going to be transiting through your 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th houses. 7th house transit video I have already mentioned, ingress of moon in the weeklies. Please go back and watch. So when moon is in the 7th house, you feel very connected to your partner. You meet the right, or you meet somebody, some partner also. When moon is in your 8th house, there is some kind of uneasiness, too much of emotional bent of mind happens in some area of life. Maybe it's children, your spouse, anything which requires a lot of attention. And you make wrong decisions also when moon is in the 8th house, remember, because you become hasty and it is a waste for you. So you might just be making some good amount of money if you are in that work of agency, or you're doing you're a middleman, or you're just passing the money to somebody, but it is making you emotional also. It is about other people's money also. So if you're focused on yourself and not on others, and don't worry about what's happening in this crazy world, then things will be definitely getting better. Too much of philosophy, but yeah, it is required. Don't make any hasty decisions. And if at all you feel that you have to travel, you have to fulfill your desires, whatever you're going through, then that happens on the 26th and the 26th and the 27th. That's a good time. So just avoid the 24th and the 25th to make major decisions. All right. And on the, of course, when it is in the 9th house, you will get too many options, too many offers. You will be very much involved in those areas which actually, upgrade you, uplift you. Health-wise, you have to take care of your lower abdomen, eyesight, also your food habits. You're having a lot of sweets, so you have to cut down on sweets also. As far as relationship is concerned, when moon is in the 7th house, which video I've already done in the previous one, so you can just go back and hear. So as far as your health is health and your relationship is concerned, please watch out. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, this week moon is going to be transiting through your 8th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th houses. 6th house transit I've already done, and we are talking about the 7th house now. 7th house is the transit where you feel very much focused on the relationships. It's a house of relationship. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a husband and wife relationship only, or a boyfriend girlfriend relationship only. It's a friendly relationship only. It's about the other people. How is your connection with the other people apart from you? It's right opposite, no? So the first house is you, and then we have a 7th house, which is others. So you will be actually getting involved in the nitty-gritty about the relationship now. You will be having a lot of issues to deal with, handle with you have to really be very careful in your relationship. Saturn is also there. So the worldwide also, if you will see, if seventh house is afflicted of any chart, then things are not looking good. So you have to be taking care. Don't fight. Take your partner out for dinner. Also work on the relationship. Put a little extra effort there. You will definitely feel better also in the relationship if you do it. Also, your behavior around others is going to be very nurturing kinds. Saturn is there, so there will be restriction in forming a good rapport with people. Maybe somebody else is stopping you to talk to others, around. So Saturn wants you to just, be calm, mellow down a bit, take a pause, take a break. But your nurturing qualities, you don't have to miss out on. You are nurturing, you are going to be connecting with your partner, maybe meeting your partner that is on the 24th, 25th, if you are somewhere overseas. 26th, 27th, it's going to be your 8th house ingress of this moon. So this is going to be a little difficult because, you are going to be very emotional or focused on yourself other than not on others when moon is in the 8th house. And it's hemmed between, can you see Saturn and Rahu also. So don't make any hasty decisions during this time. Any kind of deeper issues, emotional bent of mind, this is the week when you will be making wrong decisions because of these intense and powerful emotions. So don't, it's better that you just, lie low and don't invest in heavily in the shares, stocks, etc. This is not the time. There are certain deep-rooted fears, desires that you really need to work on as well. You're feeling that, uneasiness all the time. Some fear is all the time there. Insecurities are there. So leave it on to the divine. Everything happens because of him. Only because of our karma, we are here and we are all behaving differently. We are just trying to quit our karma. But if you don't even go back there, what happened in the past life, just see what is happening right now. Not even a single thing will happen without his permission. Remember, in the universe, that means there is something which has to balance things out on the Mother Earth. So this is a balancing time, basically. As it is, Saturn is in Aquarius sign. So this is going to instigate and trigger many events like these. You will experience this explosive energy is going to be taking us to bigger and worse. I will not say worse, but definitely we'll get a lot of clarity now about what is this human race about. Are we jealous? Are we very, very possessive? Or we are just too focused on ourselves, self-centric? That is why all this is happening, actually, whatever is happening today in the world. This is all about land, about self-centric approach, right? Saturn will be transiting your 9th house on the 26th and the 27th, and it's going to be a lunar eclipse also happening in the 9th house. So anything to do with your, education plan, higher studies, travels, be careful. You might just be too overly spiritual about something which is unconventional because Rahu energy is there. So you will make decisions about and choices about your spiritual path now. You'll explore your mind, philosophy, religion, other places. You feel like, exploring the other side of the world also. You might just go in for some mantra siddhi. So all of that is also quite possible. And emotionally, you are lighter, less serious, more optimistic because Jupiter and Rahu are there in your 9th house. And financially, you might feel a little crunch due to this configuration also. Whatever is happening in the sky right now. So you might just feel little crunch on the finances. So don't waste your money. It's not the right time to go ahead with that. Also, we have, as far as your children is concerned, children are going to be doing well. And in competition also, you will be successful. Also, there is a possibility that, there is a possibility that you will meet the potential partner also this week, quite likely, or somebody from the past might just come into your life. Okay. So for progeny, for children, for childbirth, this is a good time. You can go ahead with that also. Plan everything well. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. All right. So for Virgo natives, Moon is going to be transiting through your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th houses. 5th house transit I've already covered in the previous weeklies. Please go back and watch that video. And also we have I hope you can hear me. Yeah. So Moon is going to be in your 6th house on the 24th and 25th. Okay. Moon is going to be conjunct Saturn, is going to be trying to so many planets. This is not the time for going in for any major decisions related to your work, your job change. Maybe, you are very frustrated. You feel that there is nothing working coming through your way. You will feel that energy, especially on the 24th and the 25th. You might have some health issues to deal with, or maybe you'll be starting some new line of treatment, which actually, you should have done from a long time. You have been ignoring and neglecting yourself. Now look after your health, look after your relationships. Also figure out whether you really want to part ways, you really want to go in for that kind of litigation that you have been planning from a long time. And also, just be careful about your relationships, as I said, and your relationship with your co-workers also. Okay. Do not fall prey to what others are saying and doing. It will give you a problem then. You might be suffering unnecessarily. It's not worth it. So do your thing. Don't get influenced negatively. 26th, 27th, Moon is going to be in your 7th house. The 7th house energy is pretty much about exploring your relationship. What do you want in the relationship? How you can deal with the people around you. So it might be very good and positive for the relationship questions. You might just take your partner out for dinner, work it out, figure it out, how you can handle things. Maybe you're planning from a long time to part ways. Now you will make a calm decision. No, let's defer it. Let's postpone it. Things will get better. Okay. As far as your relationships and your studies and education and investments is concerned, this week you have to be a little cautious about that. Also, we have to see the children part, the childbirth, or if you have children, grown-up children, or, the children who are studying. So this is the week when they will feel a little better in their studies and, in their mental setup also. They are in that mode of doing things now. So don't worry, don't push them, too hard for examination. Oh, we have to do this and that. It's okay. Take it easy on children. And then we have a Moon transiting through your 8th house where the eclipse is happening. So this is the time when you will experience a lot of energy towards exploring your inner you. This is a transformative time. Transformation doesn't only mean that you have to, literally, from within you're transforming completely. No, it means that you are changing your perspective and the surroundings are also changing. It could be that, it is because of the external forces, something that some decision you have to make. So all of that, is like exploration time now and decision-making time. You will get that kind of a clarity now that you can make the decisions correctly. But it is not advisable when Moon is in the 8th house to make any hasty decisions. So avoid on the 28th, 29th, and the 30th, because we do have a lunar eclipse also happening in your 8th house. So that's actually a little difficult one. So it might just be giving you troubles with the other people's money, anxiety, impulsiveness, all of that can increase. All right. Investments, of course, it's a big no-no during the eclipses time. Any which ways, market trends just go up and wide. There's a spike, there's always a upheaval that we hear. All right. So coming to the next sign, that is Libra. So for Libra natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th houses this week. 4th house transit video I've already done in the previous one. Please go back and watch the readings of the 4th house in the previous weeklies. moon, when is in trine to so many planets and in the, with conjunction with the Saturn and also aspected by Venus. So fifth house energy is pretty much strong right now. So is the first house energy. So you will experience a lot of creative, creativity, imaginations. You might just come across people who are actually helping you out with the stuck up energy. Your work is not completing, your job is expanding, it's just going on and on and on. So you are unable to get that time for anybody else. Now, when moon transits here, it aggravates those things. It's not that is going to give you 100% or, of these kind of results, but yes, you will experience a little bit about, your family life, your mental setup, emotional, and also a lot of aggression is there. So you have to figure that out, how you can deal with yourself. You must actually recite Hanuman Chalisa every day without fail. Okay, as it is, Mars is in the first house. Moon will be ingressing your sixth house on the 26th and the 27th. Follow that strict diet, follow that regime, go to the gym, hit the gym, or walk, brisk walking. These are very good for your health. You must be spending more time in workouts, actually. How you can just, bring about everything in shape, and you have to really do it now. Otherwise, it'll be really difficult. Moon will be transiting through your Aries sign on the 28th and 29th and the 30th first half. So this here it is going to be aspected by Saturn. So there is a connection that you can have or strike a balance in your relationship. As it is, lunar eclipse when it happens in the seventh house, it's a time to review your relationships, a relationship with everybody in totality. Don't fall prey to, or just don't jump into paying money to people, without verifying, without cross-checking. So be careful about those fraudulent activities which are taking place in the world right now. That's also very, very serious. And to top it all, we have a Mercury, Sun also in the Libra sign, and Saturn is looking there. So definitely there is a, Saturn is looking as per the Nadi technique. It's looking at the first house, in the trine. So you have to be careful about you have to plan your discipline. You have to be disciplined, sorry. You have to be disciplined. You have to plan your time. You have to do things in a very orderly manner. And then everything is going to fall in place. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this moon is going to be transiting through your third, fourth, fifth, and sixth houses this week. So third house energy, I've already explained, maybe you will take some travels and then you come back on the 24th, 25th. You want that break from the world. You want to relax. You want to rejuvenate yourself because you have been slogging it out. Now you want to take rest. Saturn is also asking you to slow down. So it's better that if you slow down rather than just going and, starting to work again and again, and then you're not spending time with your family also. So the family might be getting a little jittery any which ways because Saturn is already there in retrogression. Moon will be ingressing the sign of Pisces on the 26th, 27th. Pisces is the last sign, moksha sign in a way. So here, and ruled by Jupiter. So when Moon enters there, this will bring about a lot of connection in a very nurturing manner. You might become very, if you're a surgeon or a doctor, then it's definitely quite possible. But if you're not, you might just be helpful. You suddenly feel that, there has to be that compassion fills in, and you really want to do for the community and give them back. So that kind of a state, remain in that. And that happens from the 26th and 27th, 26th, 27th. Yeah. And then lastly, Moon will be in your sixth house on the 28th and the 30th, until the 30th. And that's the time you have to focus on your health, on your grooming, on your job that you're doing. And maybe you will get all sorts of help from the 10th house energies also, because it's going to be in the trine to that. So you will manifest whatever you will think and feel. Don't manifest negative, don't speak negative statements also. Avoid. Okay. So this week is good for your career. If you make right kind of decisions, don't give in your papers in impulse. Hold on. Finances, definitely not good, because Mercury, your ruler, is of the 11th house in the 12th house. So it's a loss kind of a thing. I don't see that, the health also getting that kind of relief with the 12th house getting so active. And as far as your children progeny is concerned, you can just go ahead with the childbirth process also. Take the help of the good gynae. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. Sorry, Sagittarius. All right. So for Sagittarius natives, Moon is going to be transiting your second, third, fourth, and fifth houses this week. Second house, 23rd, which I've already covered in the previous video. Please go back and watch the weeklies. In the third house, on the 24th and 25th. Now here it is forming a connection with so many planets. You might connect with the sibling, you might travel. It could bring about connection with the authorities. There can be a job change also. There can be an elevation or a transfer also quite possible, because Venus is looking at the zone and there's an exchange between Sun and Venus also. So Sun becomes actually a dignified planet here when there's an exchange between Venus and Sun. So this is definitely a very positive week for you to all the way till the end. In fact, not just in the beginning, but all the way till the end. It is definitely going to be giving you very, very positive results. So you just rejuvenate yourself, sit at peace at home. Don't isolate yourself too much, but definitely focus on rejuvenating yourself. You have traveled, you're tired. So just give yourself some time. And Moon will be lastly transiting through your fifth house. So this will give you a connection with the progeny, children, childbirth, but there will be some confused state of mind as far as your investments is concerned, because Rahu is there in the fifth and Ketu in your 11th. Ketu detaches, Ketu cuts you. So it might just deplete your finances also. So make sure that you save good amount of money now, right? Coming to the I have to tell you that there is an eclipse which is happening in your fifth house. Take care of your children's health, take care of your abdomen, and eat right kind of foods. Don't have oily foods, especially in and around eclipses times. We should avoid oily foods. Okay, take care of your body, take care of your mental health also. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. Okay, so for Capricorn natives, Moon is going to be over your first, second, third, and fourth houses this week. I've already covered the first house readings. Please go back and watch the weeklies of the previous one before this, so you will get to know all the details. Moon will be in your 11th house. It's a good time to connect with your family, your older siblings, and also fulfilling yourself, with some work, with, immersing yourself with some goals that you have set. So this is a very beautiful transit when, Moon is in the 11th house, though it is debilitated here, but still in the second house. Okay. So second house is going to give you some kind of depletion of finances, because the Lord of the 11th is in the 10th house. So your work has to give you, your effort will give you, a lot of relief and upliftment. So you have to, because your hard work is the key to success, because it's a Capricorn sign. Capricorn Mars exalts for this reason only, because he can show his courage, he can show himself. So you have to show your courage in the areas related to your finances, relationship, family. Also, Moon is going to be in your third house. You might take some travels, long distance journeys. Maybe your siblings are moving away from you overseas to study, okay, or to work, job-wise also, quite possible. Also, Moon will be in the Aries sign on the 28th, 29th, and 30th first half. So here the lunar eclipse is happening. So you have to be careful about your home environment, connection with the people around you, your family members. Also, this might bring about some changes, in your maybe while signing the documents, etc. You might just have a very different kind of a setup. Avoid lunar eclipse times from 28th to 30th. Avoid making any kind of decisions. not necessarily for everyone, but still avoid if you can, because these eclipses are going to be actually impacting one and all. Some people are in the Dasha of Rahu, some people are in the Dasha of Jupiter, some people are in the Dasha of Moon. So these people will get impacted even more whenever there are eclipses. Okay. So you have to be taking care of your health as well as your mental setup also. At the workplace, be careful. There can be some conspiracy taking place. Something is cooking. So be careful. As far as health is concerned, your health is good. Venus is in the 8th house protecting it, but some revelations will be made. Also for investments, you have to be careful that you do not fall prey to what the others are guiding you through. Children are going to be doing well. All right. For children, 4th house is the 8th house from the 5th. So it's doing well. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting through your 12th, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd houses. 12th house is the house of loss, expenditure, imagination, too much of thinking, overthinking. You do feel good also because you feel that you are in the good space, but still, this is not a good placement for Moon. Why? Because this is going to give you a lot of anxiety pangs also. Health issues also. So take care of yourself on the especially 23rd to 25th. This is going to give you some kind of changes also, change of personality, change of persona, buying new clothes, discussing about your money matters. This might bring about all of that, depending on your personal chart, of course, which area is triggered up now. Moon will be ingressing your 1st house, and there is an eclipse happening also in the trine after some time, of course, when Moon is out of the 1st house zone. So when it is in the 1st house, be more nurturing, be more disciplined, be more caring, and do for others. Moon in the 2nd house on the 26th and the 27th, it is going to give you more inclination towards making money. Now is the time you will be actually uplifting yourself, studying, enhancing your skills. So many planets, as you can see in the 9th house, no? So you can definitely start that with immediate effect. It will definitely give you good results, believe in me. So if you start saving your money, don't park your funds in heavy investments. Maybe some neighbor, your siblings, or your own brother might just mislead you, might guide you through, oh, do this, do that, don't do that. Don't fall prey to anything like that. Okay, something which is very superficial, don't do it. There's an eclipse also happening in your 3rd house. Your communication is going to be suffering. So maybe you're going to be saying something, and the others are going to be taking it otherwise. But surely you have to take care of your straightforwardness is going to be better. Okay. That's what is happening. Coming to the next sign, that is Pisces. Now, Pisces is the last sign. You must understand, all the way from the Aries sign to the Pisces, it's the last sign. And when Moon ingresses the 11th, 12th, 1st, 2nd for you, please go back and hear about the 11th house ingress, because I've already done that video on Capricorn transit of Moon. So when Moon is in the 12th house, you surely will be spending on things that really don't matter to you. You really don't need them. At times it so happens, right? On those 2 quarter days, just cut down. Don't buy, just go window shop and come back, so that you're satisfied and you don't do impulsive shopping. Okay, I liked it, let me take it, and then you take it and then you regret it. Don't do that. Give it some time. Anything that you're doing, it's applicable for one and all. Now, when Moon is in your 12th house, any which ways you're very imaginative, poetic, isolated from the world, disconnected from the world. In fact, until unless somebody says that it's too long. What happened? What did VL tell you, that you have just isolated yourself? But please do share something good about me, that no, it wasn't like that. It is just that I have to isolate myself for some time. Maybe I'm doing my presentation, I'm preparing for something. All of that is also quite likely, no? That can be done. Moon will be ingressing your first house, that is Pisces sign, on the 26th, 27th. Now here, as you will see, the Lord is retrograde and it's moving backwards, and it's going to be coming to the first house. So this is going to make you very spiritually inclined. Suddenly you will start reading scriptures, books, etc. But don't forget, there's a Rahu energy also. Rahu is just opposite of Jupiter. They are totally opposite direction, moving into. So when they are together, it's time to understand your own self first. Or somebody has to give in, right? If Rahu is behaving like a goon, is Jupiter behaving and giving it back as a goon? No, he's just trying to convince him, don't do that, don't do this, all of that. So it is not going to help somebody who is actually in a very short situation where he's or she's losing job. You are in a situation where you can deplete your finances. So you have to be careful about that. All right. And lastly, moon will be, of course, in Rahu Ketu axis, I've explained, and will be also part and parcel of the eclipse, which is happening in your Aries sign in your second house. So this is not a good situation, not a good condition as far as your finances is concerned, but it's good for understanding your partner. Okay. There will be some deeper connection with your partner. All right. So this is it for all the ascendants, moon sign, and the Dasha sign wise. Please read this. And if you want to book a consultation for yourself, please do it now. Discounts are not there, but yes, we are open for January mid onwards. We are taking up the readings now because all slots before that are packed. And surely I'll help you out, and my team will also help you out. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, everyone. Om Tat Sat.